Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yogi yo. My name is Rob Hoback. I am here for daily discipline number 134. And wherever you are and however you may be listening, I'm thankful that you're here today. So, got a busy morning this morning. Let's get to work. Number one, let's start with what we're thankful for. Yeah, I've been thinking about this. Like, I got, we've talked about my super fans. I got a couple super fans that are unlikely super fans, but are part of my family. My Aunt Barb, A to the B, and my sister Elizabeth. And I got to tell you that not a day goes by. I shouldn't say not a day. Rarely a day goes by that I don't hear from one of those two after I post my video. And I just love it. And my Aunt Barb, my whole life has just been very encouraging and positive for me. She is definitely one of my people. So thank you, Aunt Barb. Love it. And Elizabeth, man, Elizabeth she's younger than I am, right? And I'll share a story here in a minute, but like we just didn't have this real close relationship growing up. And then we really, really drifted apart. And to have her be an everyday part of my life to where I hear from her often, I just love it. Just love it. So I am thankful. There is my IMs for the day. I've been behind on that, so I appreciate the nudge to stay on that. So anyway, let's get to story time. I want to talk about my sister Elizabeth. And I had shared this with Elizabeth, but I don't think I shared it with the rest of you. So, when I was a young kid, I think we were at my Aunt Pat's house, my A to the P, not my A to the B. Same side of the family, different lady, right? Anyway, Aunt Pat lived with her family out on a farm. And in my mind, we had been out at the farm. We were coming back. And this is kind of a vague memory, but I do remember being in the car on the passenger side behind the driver. My mom's driving. My brother's up in the passenger seat. And then it's me. And then there's two baby seats with my sister Elizabeth in the center. And then my sister Sarah next to her because they're like a year apart, right? And I think I remember driving down the road and all of a sudden Sarah, not Elizabeth, Sarah screaming and looking over, and Elizabeth was holding this monarch butterfly in her fingers and not real freaked out about it. Just, how we're going down the road at 60 miles an hour and she's like, what, 3 or 4 years old and manages to catch a butterfly, and then her sister next to her is flipping out. And so everybody's like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, she's got a butterfly. Where'd she get a butterfly? I don't know. Anyway, I remember in the moment thinking, wow, that's odd. That's really odd that she caught that butterfly and she wasn't freaked out about it. Her sister next to her was freaked out about it. And then fast forward to earlier this year, I know I shared with you guys that song that my sister sent to me about Don't Mess with Sunday. Then she followed up and sent me a clip that is on my monthly playlist here about a butterfly. And I was like, that's funny. I got a butterfly story. And I tell it to her. She's like, oh my God, Rob. And so, she was, butterflies are her favorite. She didn't know about this story, blah, blah, blah. And I just can't shake this thought of this whole thing, this whole life thing. We think we know what the hell we're doing. We don't know, right? We don't know. I'm certain that there's some much more beautiful, deep-seated, deep-rooted, connected reason why that little girl had a butterfly in her hand as a little girl. And we just wrote it off as, well, that's odd. And I'm guessing that everybody else just kind of forgot about it. Elizabeth didn't remember it. She wasn't old enough. I'm old enough. I remember. And then when she told me, she's like, hey, butterflies are my favorite. I'm like, of course they are. What's my point? Man, all of this stuff that we think that matters, the further I go in this process, our day-to-day life I don't think that it really matters. I mean, part of it matters, but I mean, like the bigger picture, I just feel like there's something bigger there for us. And if we just pay attention, we'll get clues, and someday it's all going to come together. And I've got a sneaky suspicion that we're going to be like, wow, we were way off. We were way off. I could be wrong. Pretty sure I'm not wrong on this one. So, hey, I got a call here in a few minutes. I got to go. Got to be quiet. I don't want to wake up Jack either. He's in there sleeping. Hands up. Peace out. We're better together. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Elizabeth and Aunt Barb, for being a part of my everyday life. I love it. Thanks to the rest of you for watching. We're better together, guys. We are better together. Let's keep talking about stuff that's important to us. If you got something you want to talk about, let me know, and I'll throw it in here. If not, I'll just keep talking about whatever's on my mind. Love you, miss you. I'll be back tomorrow. Go have a great day. Choose to be happy. This other shit doesn't matter. I'm telling you.